Good afternoon. Welcome to the fourth annual, if you can believe that, Meet the Author event at Timbers of Shorewood. My name is Denise Barron Unland, and I am the co-founder and leader of WriteOn Joliet. And we are an adult critique group that is partnered with the Joliet Public Library. We were founded in February 2012. And we even have several original members who are still active and here with us today. So thank you for coming out. We're really excited to share with you our stories and our love for the written word. You're going to hear poetry, you're going to hear short stories, you might hear an essay or two. As people introduce themselves, talk about what they like to write, and then share an excerpt from one of the two anthologies you have in front of you today. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce, we had, I want to say, kind of an interesting sponsorship agreement this year. So Angie Agater, who owns the Fit Foundation, a meal prep company in Crest Hill, sponsored the books a couple of years ago. And if you were here a couple years ago, you might remember Angie. And she was very excited to sponsor again. In fact, she offered to do it. And she was going to sponsor the second anthology with a really good friend and mentor who was also a small business restaurant owner, and they were going to do it together. And a couple days before I had to order the books, she called up and she said he had to go out of business, and he was super disappointed. And his name was Tom Grotowski. He had owned the Great American Bagel, which then became the Curator's Cafe. And Angie credited him as being her mentor, and they wanted to sponsor the books in solidarity of their support of small businesses and their support of the community. And Angie is not here today because she called me 30 minutes before the event began, and her mom had a medical emergency and she had to rush to the hospital. So when Tom was not able to sponsor, and he was super disappointed, and we were super disappointed, as you know, I have my own book series. And I have an umbrella group that handles some things for me, so I am free to handle things for WriteOn Joliet. And the name of that group is Blocks. And I approached some members of my team and I said, hey, would you like to sponsor the other anthology? Can you tell me in like 36 hours? And because they're a generous group, they said, yes, we will. So before we hear from the writers, Timothy Barron is just going to speak a few words about Blocks and why they decided to donate the 2024 WriteOn Joliet anthology for you today. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Timothy Barron. I was volunteered to speak because I'm the least best looking person on the team. So thank you for letting me be here today. So there's a card in front of you that explains who we are and why we're doing this. And last year, this is a newly formed group. The idea behind this was we took a look at what's kind of going out there. So to paint a quick picture, Fox News just put out a report, I think it was Fox News and a few others, that Gen Zers are struggling to talk, write, and understand full sentences. And that breaks my heart a little from someone who grew up, in a storytelling household. I'm not a writer, but I like to read. And we looked out in the community what they're doing from a literacy standpoint. And so last year, we went from an I standpoint, a lot of individuals doing individual things, and sat down, talked about it, and said if we were to pull our collective resources into a we, if we were to form some building blocks, maybe we could do a little bit more with the resources, with the talent, and with the time. And that's what this is about. It's all focused on creativity, and the mission statement on the little card is to provide a scalable platform for creators to get their works out there. Year one moving into year two, we had to define who we were, what we wanted to do, and when the opportunity presented itself, I know I think I know everyone on the panel here. They're excellent writers. They have incredible work, and I couldn't think of a better way to get started in the new year than kick it off to not only help those who write great stories, but also get books to those who enjoy good stories. So I wanted to thank you for the time up here. I wanted to thank the group for being here today. Thank you for letting us sponsor. Looking forward to more partnerships in the future. And I think I'm going to turn it over to Dwayne here. So, Dwayne.
Hi. I'm Dwayne Walton. I'm one of the charter members of WriteOn Joliet back when it was WriteOn Manuka. I wear quite a few, yes?
Can you speak into the microphone better?
I thought I was. Okay, let's try this again. I'm Dwayne Walton. I'm one of the charter members of WriteOn Joliet back when it was WriteOn Manuka, when it first started out. I wear several hats in this group. I'm published in all the anthologies. I've hosted several of our open mic nights and writers events. I'm also the intrepid videographer for the group. I've recorded all our open mics and writers events and our readings here at the Timbers. Stay tripod permitting, of course. And we're a pretty good group, I think we are. And this has just been, it's just amazing for anybody that wants to be able to improve their writing skills or get their work out there. And I think we do a good job of helping with that. So to get started, we have a thing at our meetings where we put names into a hat, and whoever is chosen to be the hat master is draws out a name, and they get to read whatever they have available, be it a poem, a chapter of a book they're working on, essay, whatever it is. So I'm going to draw the first name, and it's Steve. Steve is our resident crime expert. He always has some very colorful stories with colorful characters in them, and I'm sure he has something to share very colorful with us. Steve.
Actually, I'm a professional thief. Well, I am. I work in banking. But, like he said, I mainly write crime fiction. I have several short stories published in various online magazines. Right now I'm going to read something I published a while back. I'm not going to read the whole piece because it's way too long. But I'm going to read, let me find it here in the book, I'm sorry. I didn't expect to go first. I'm going to read a story I wrote a while ago called, part of a story I wrote a while back called I Hate Killing People in Kansas City. I hate Kansas City. I hate coming here. I hate the Chiefs. I've lost money on the Royals, whether I bet for or against them. They have this strange obsession with barbecue here. Not that there's anything wrong with barbecue. I just like a little variety. At least Chicago has both pizza and hot dogs. Most of all, I can't close my eyes here. Then again, when your job consists of flying into a town, skulking around people till you get a chance to put 2 bullets in their head, then flying out, you can get a little negative. The flight into town was hell. The baby in the seat in front of me would not stop crying. The old man in the seat next to me smelled of almonds, which reminded me of cyanide. My plane landed an hour behind schedule, and then we could not disembark for another half hour. The brochure in the back of the seat in front of mine said, "The airport maintained only 2 runways. No wonder it took forever to get off the plane. Every time I closed my eyes, the dead faces of my past flashed in front of me. Fucking town. I hoped my contact waited. I stepped off the shuttle bus in front of the car rental office and texted my contact on the cell phone the client Coltrane provided. It took less than a minute to get a response. Look up. And then I am standing next to the green Civic in the second row. I scanned the lot until I spotted him. A young man standing next to a bright green Honda in the second row of the parking lot. One of 4 cars. Not just green. Bright lime green. Goddamn thing would stick out anywhere. Unbelievable. I strode down the second aisle, frowning. As I got closer, I sized up a man in his early 20s. Tall and thin, dark complexion, dressed in a leather jacket and jeans. His sharp, angular features matched his crew cut. He stood at ease in military fashion, feet spread apart and hands clasped behind his back. I guessed ex-Army. He flashed me a toothy grin as I approached. Hi, I'm Paul. You are Smith. Mr. Smith? Just Smith. Pop the trunk. I stored my bag in the trunk and jumped in the passenger seat. Paul slid behind the wheel. I have the materials. Let's move the car to somewhere more private. He flashed his teeth in a bright smile again and started the engine. A few minutes later, we parked on a side street 3 blocks from the airport. He left the engine on. I'm sorry about the car. It was the only one left available. I imagine you thought the color sticks out. No, not at all. It's the kind of car all the contract killers that drive around Kansas City this year. Paul's eyes arched up, but he didn't say anything. He pointed to the glove box. I popped it open. Inside lay a small envelope and an automatic handgun with a spare clip. My lips curled upward as I examined my favorite kind of kitty, a Beretta 3032 Tomcat. Frank Coltrane at least knew the kind of tools I preferred to work with. The envelope contained the picture of a chubby man in his 50s. I flipped it over to see the name, Thomas Brooks, and several addresses written in black. I'm back. I tossed the picture back in the glove box. Do I have to do the job in any particular time frame? No, Mr. Coltrane didn't say. I guess that's up to you. Just soon. We rented you a room at a Best Western a few miles from here. We can also get you another car if you want. The address in the back of the picture. This is where the target works and home? Yes. Do you know where he is now? Probably at his office or at breakfast. He usually goes to this diner down the street from his office. Let's go. Paul sat there studying me. You want me to go there now? Is there a problem? Well, I was supposed to drop you off at the hotel with the Civic and wish you good luck. Provide you anything else you needed to get the job done. Okay, I need you to provide me a ride to the target's office. You aren't planning to do it right now, are you? I just want to see where he works. He stared at me a moment and then turned to face the road. Okay. We jumped on the 29 to head to the target's office outside the Coves neighborhood. It should have only taken us a few minutes to get there, but of course we hit a wall of traffic. We slowed to a crawl. I rolled my window down, but rolled it back up as acrid exhaust fumes filled my nostrils. Goddamn city, I said and closed my eyes as we crept forward. Have you ever been to Kansas City before? Yeah. Dead faces flash in front of my eyes. Again. I've been to this shithole a few times. You don't like Kansas City? I ignored the question. Say, if you were coming to drop me off at the hotel, how were you going to leave if I kept the Civic? My car is at the hotel. I took an Uber to meet you at the airport. My eyes snapped open. You let a witness drive you to the airport? Yeah, he stammered. The driver didn't know why I went to the airport, and I used a fake name and credit card to book it. Would that be the same credit card you registered me under at the hotel? Paul looked straight ahead at the traffic ahead of us. Shit, I sighed. My eyes flickered open. My eyes flipped down to the tomcat in my lap. No, not yet. Reluctantly, I put it back in the glove box. Does the target know you? He shook his head. We've never met. You're sure? Yes, I worked at one of Mr. Coltrane's warehouses. Brooks's company manages it whenever he gets, and he never goes there. Only a tentative connection. This should still work. How long have you worked for the Coltrane? The car around us finally began to move. He sped up, and our exit was less than a mile away. About 4 months. Doing what? I drove a truck for one of his warehouses. He guided his car Civic off the ramp and into local traffic. So you are a newbie? Sweet Jesus. I rubbed the bridge of my nose. I guess so. Making coffee? Picking up sandwiches for the boys? He stiffened in his seat and frowned. I've done a few off-the-book jobs at Coltrane too. I was thinking this job was a step up. Yeah. Next year we'll send you to grade schools to steal lunch money. He let out a deep breath. Are you always this sarcastic and mean? Yep. Get used to it. And I'm going to stop there because I don't know really how much time we have. So, good to see you. Did I pick who's next? Oh, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Okay. Next up is Carter? Yes. I couldn't tell if it's an R and N. He's one of our newer members.
Hello everyone, can everybody hear me okay? Thumbs up, yeah? All right. It's great to be able to see everyone here, see so many people in the room sharing a love for literature and connecting through it. So thank you everyone again for being here and sharing these moments together. My name is Carter Sheehan, as Dwayne mentioned. I'm a relatively new member. This just approaching about a year with the group now. And it's been an amazing time already. They're all wonderful, warm, welcoming people. And I've always loved writing. When I was younger, I would steal my mom's printer paper to write comics. And in junior high and high school, I wrote some manuscripts that I hope never meet the light of day. And in college, I got into some songwriting as well. But now I've been writing more poetry and short stories. And in the WriteOn group, it's been great for helping me grow and develop my skills and hone in on who I want to be as a writer. So today I'm going to read to you one of the poems that was published in the anthology called The Deer. If you want to follow along, it's in the green one on page 132. Don't ask me how I got here. I couldn't even say, even if I tried. The sun forsook its sacred spot today. I could not even see a single ray. Instead, the moon ascended to its place, despite the time being around midday. The sky was brushed in an inky charcoal. Looking up was staring down in a hole. In every fold, each star was put at bay, so it was cold. No light to shine the way. The tree branches curled, twisted into claws, foreboding above all creatures they saw, hoping to confuse their points without law and looking for victims to place in its jaws. Distortion of direction, in the path and of structure. Their surreptitious wrath meant to hold one down forever. And raw flesh feeds them, they yearn to never thaw. No life could be seen on the paths or ground, no scent of bloom or pulse beneath the mound, no sign of old treads in mud to be found, no wind to spread sweet buds of life around, just logs uprooted with no souls to bear, just dried up leaves pushed blankly in the air, just broken gates with metal strewn about, just the absence of creatures, none to make sound, except one, a deer, staring at me amidst the trees. Its eyes were black orbs, cold enough to freeze. Its gaze locked in, all attention at me. Was it mercy or accusatory? Its feet were planted firmly in the grass, its gaze unmoving from all things that passed, a supposed bearer of fertility standing among all this death and disease. What have you done to contribute to this? Where is your sense of gentleness now? When Hades' bow so struck the earth, Artemis failed to let you know. Your touch sowed, now it scorches all that touches this land. And you stand here now, your gaze is empty. What have you done? Was this you? Tell me, dear. The deer turned from me and quite swiftly ran, whether to cause destruction to more lands or from me, I will never understand. Now I remain alone with red-stained hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who's next? Maureen. Yes, come on up.
Hello, I am Maureen Blevins. I do some writing. I've been a member of this group for I think 9 years now. I have 2 books published, and Dwayne, of course, is our videographer. I am unofficially our photographer. I do a lot of photography besides my writing. So I think what I'll read for you today is more of a little play on words than a poem. I like to take words and just kind of play with them. This one is called Timepiece. Time. Doing time. Serving time. Wasting time. Keeping time. In time, out of time. No time, double time, about time. Borrowed time, free time, quality time. The right time, the wrong time, a fine time. A good time, a bad time, precious time, a hell of a time. Eastern time, mountain time, time zone, save time. What time? This time, that time, next time, last time, at no time. Time of day, lunchtime, daytime, supper time, nighttime, bedtime. Downtime, vacation time, sick time, overtime, time off, time frame. Running time, half time, time limit, stop time, time out. Time of year, springtime, summertime, Christmas time. Time on my side, time on my hands, timeline, time warp, time's up.
Okay, thank you.